Hey all, it's the 9th of October 2023, and we're going to take a look back at a disaster that has occurred recently. In the early morning of the 4th of October, actually, a landslide off a moraine in the South Lonak Glacial Lake triggered a water surge or glacial lake tsunami that overtopped the moraine at the end of the lake, causing a flood surge into the Tista River Valley that then led to the destruction of a dam far downriver that then flooded villages further downriver, leading to many deaths and many missing. We now have images of the Lonak Glacial Lake before and after the event that makes it fairly clear what happened at the beginning of the disaster. The first thing you can see is that the lake lowered significantly, indicating the huge amount of water that was released. At the end of the lake, you can also make out where the water tore into the old terminal moraine that was holding back the lake. But what caused the moraine to burst? Well, the answer to that is also here, because further up the lake you can see evidence of a large landslide in the lateral moraine just past where the glacier meets the lake. Looking at Google Earth very approximately, this moraine was over 200 meters high, so its collapse into the lake was more like a hill collapse, and probably displaced a huge amount of water, producing either a tsunami wave or a rapidly rising lake height, depending, I suppose, on how fast the landslide was. Looking down valley from the lake, there is also evidence of the huge surge that must have poured violently down the valley. The torrent of water, mud, silt and rocks traveled a long distance down valley before it encountered the dam at Chung Thang that was incapable of handling the surge, and that dam burst. This photo before and after shows the destruction of the dam that occurred. It may have been overtopped during the surge, leading to the most common form of dam collapse, as also likely happened not long ago in Derna, Libya. Downstream from the dam in the town of Mam Ring and Rangpo, large areas were hit by the surge, which occurred in the dark of night. This picture of Rangpo shows a section of the town that has mud deposited to the right of the bridge. And this drone picture by Praveen shows the same inundated area where it is reported that many tin homes that were here were swept away, with concrete structures buried under almost 15 feet of sand. In this image, the blue water tank was apparently on the top of a 2-story building, according to the Save the Hills blog. The dam overtopping and collapse reportedly sent a 10 to 15 foot wall of water charging down the Tista Valley, and we've obtained Sentinel-2 imagery of the consequences of the outburst flood far down the Tista River. This imagery is spotty and very cloudy, but through the gaps you can see from these comparisons between 1st of October and 6th of October that there is a several kilometer wide new muddy flood plain along the river, covering many farming fields. The movement of the moraine in the months and years prior was identified by Max Van Wyck, who suggests here that the moraine was moving at rates of 10 meters per year in the fastest regions. Now, looking at this, I wonder whether the second glacier contributed to this movement enhanced area, since it occurred particularly in this section. Certainly, more broadly, there was rainfall in the region associated with this monsoonal depression to the south, but whether this was the trigger or not is yet to be confirmed. Please let us know in the comments or on the Discord if you have heard any more about this. In the broader, longer timescale context, this time-lapse takes a look using Landsat and Sentinel-2 imagery to go all the way back to the 1970s, and it's quite clear that the lake grew as the glacier retreated, leading to the moraine instability on the northern moraine. And that is about all I have on this shocking event for the moment. If you want to investigate further, we've put a bunch of links in the video description. See you in the next one.